So I log on to X and see a lot of quotes from a book called War, as if it's the gospel truth on Middle Eastern politics. Screenshots everywhere, angry comments directed at Arab leaders, all based on supposed private conversations where these leaders appear to oppose Hamas and secretly support Israeli interests behind closed doors. So I read it myself, every single line. But here's what I read between the lines. The book is narrative warfare. It claims to cover 3 wars: Ukraine, Middle East, and the struggle for the American presidency. But why is an entire chapter dedicated to portraying every single Arab leader, specifically those from countries that are not yet destabilized by US-Israeli influence, in such a negative light? Let's dissect that. First of all, the author builds the entire portrayal of Arab leaders on US insiders, figures like Blinken and Sullivan, who are deeply tied to pro-Israeli agendas. So it's not an unbiased account. It's a narrative crafted by those who already support the US-Israeli dominance, and this point alone raises red flags about the book's objectivity. Secondly, the book was obviously slapped together so quickly to justify Israel's actions in Gaza while also pulling Arab leaders into the blame game by spreading the heat. They're deflecting attention from Israel's war crimes and subtly suggesting complicity across the board. And timing is everything. The book dropped now because globally and in the US, Israel's reputation took a pretty big hit. There's a lot of pro-Palestinians in the world right now, and they're criticizing Israel's actions and the United States' unbridled support towards Israel. So the book subtly pushes readers towards tighter US-Israeli relations by not so subtly painting Arab leaders as complicit. And as for the Arab people, their frustration is at its peak over their leaders' inability to stop Israel's brutality. So the timing of the book is perfect to plant even further doubt in their leaders, just when unity is so crucial. And notice how Western media often portrays the Middle East as chaotic and irrational to justify controlling it. Well, the book does exactly that. It portrays Arab leaders as unstable and in need of Western oversight. King Abdullah, for example, despite his steadfast support for Palestinian rights and despite him leading humanitarian efforts in Gaza, he's depicted as secretly backing Israel. And this isn't neutral. It is a narrative feeding the stereotype that Arabs are duplicitous or Arab leaders are duplicitous, positioning the West as the region's rational guide. The strategy is very clear. Sow division to prevent unity. And the Yinon plan outlined it. It proposed stirring up division among Arab states and communities to prevent a unified Arab resistance against Israel, making it easier to dominate the entire region. And the book plays right into that by portraying Arab leaders as complicit with Israel, feeding the distrust. This isn't about just one leader. It's an entire region targeted for fracture, keeping the Middle East weak and divided. And this isn't new. The book, just like Western media and Western policy have always done, undermines Arab leaders as a pretext for intervention. It's conveniently villainizing Arab leaders at a time when Israel is expanding, and it seems like there's gonna be more and more Western intervention and involvement in the region. Saddam, Assad, Gaddafi, they all faced similar portrayals before their countries were destabilized. So don't take the book at face value. It is designed to fracture Arab unity. It's not just biased, it's dangerous. Remember who stands to gain. Remember who stands to gain from the story the next time you see a screenshot.